Hello, I'm Teresa Howson with the Manor at Blue Water Bay, and I'm serving as the chair of this year's board for the Niceville Valparaiso Chamber. Today, we are pleased to be interviewing candidates for the local offices and hope these interviews will help you to be an informed voter. Joining us now is Nathan Boyles. Hi, Nathan, candidate for Okaloosa County Commission District 3. We appreciate you coming in to join us today, Nathan.
Thank you.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
In a minute or less, I am Nathan Boyles, B-O-Y-L-E-S. I've had the privilege of being your county commissioner for District 3 for the last 8 years in Okaloosa County. It's just been a real joy to serve. We came from some dark times in Okaloosa County 8 years ago, and I'm just proud of how far we've come as a county. We've made a lot of progress. I've enjoyed being a part of that. Along the way, I've brought my beautiful wife, Crystal, and our 2 kids, Bo and Quinn, with us. We live up in North Okaloosa County, but my district had the privilege of actually serving all of Okaloosa County, really, with portions of Niceville and Valparaiso, Fort Walton Beach, and then all the way to the Alabama line.
Awesome. Well, what unique qualities or skills do you have that make you the best candidate to continue serving?
None. I can't really think of any. I have, if nothing else, I think a lot of energy and passion for this job. I started young, so I was 28, I believe, when I was first elected to the position, and I just turned 37. But I do put a lot into this job, and so I think that having that energy, I think I've got enough of it left in me for another 4 years. Background, of course, I have engineering degree, a civil engineering degree, and then law degrees, and am a small businessman. And so I think maybe between the energy and the passion and then that kind of diverse background, hopefully gives me a unique skill set.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. And what do you feel is one of the biggest challenges right now in Okaloosa County?
The single biggest challenge today is, I think, not surprisingly, getting us through this pandemic as a community. I think, whatever side of this issue you may be on, whether you see it as a medical emergency or simply an economic one or both, the realities are it's impacting our community in a substantial way. And so the first thing we have to do is guide our community through this challenging time, make sure that we keep our economy intact, make sure we keep our healthcare system intact, and that will then get us in a position where we can continue to focus on things like infrastructure, stormwater, roads, and planning for the additional growth that's coming to our communities.
Awesome. Would you like to share a closing message to all the voters?
Well, I would just say again, it's been an absolute privilege to serve Okaloosa County over the last 8 years. I hope that the voters recognize the good things that have happened in Okaloosa County. Again, I was elected 8 years ago post Bellinger, and it was a tough couple of years rebuilding trust in Okaloosa County government. I hope that we have done our job to rebuild that trust. We've kept your taxes low, and yet we've made some great strides on some really important infrastructure issues, frankly issues that had been lagging for years and years. And so the only thing I would say to the voters is, take a look at where we've come over the last 8 years. If you think you're on the right track, then I would love to have your vote. Again, Nathan Boyles, County Commissioner, District 3.
Well, Nathan, thank you for joining us today and your willingness to serve and continue serving. We appreciate all that you have been doing for Okaloosa County, and we wish you the best of luck on Election Day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Our next candidate for County Commissioner District 3 is Brad Rarig.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So a little bit about me. I'm born in a small town in Wisconsin. Most importantly about me, I'm a born-again Christian. So my faith guides my decisions. That's something I take great pride in. Compassion, love, and most importantly in our circumstance right now is serving you as County Commissioner. I spent 20 years in the Air Force. I was blessed to do that. I had 4 combat tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. I have a beautiful multicultural family. My wife Uni is from Korea. I've been married to her for 23 years. She put up with it when I was deployed and taking care of the kids. They were pretty young, so I'm blessed to have her. My son Matthew attends the Air Force Academy. He's a senior this year. He went back. He is going to be I'm proud of him. He's the 4th generation of my family to serve in the military, so we're exceptionally proud. I have a beautiful daughter named Grace. She attends UF, and as we speak right now, she is on the Destin Beach. She is a lifeguard. So if you walk past a beautiful lifeguard, she has dark brown hair, please say hi. They don't bite. They're really nice people.
Well, thank you for that, and thank you for your service.
Thank you.
What unique qualities or skills do you feel you have to be County Commissioner?
So one unique thing is I have this breadth of experience in just about everything. The military doesn't pick and choose where you go. You just you're put in these circumstances and you lead. So I have all this time overseas dealing with international partners, national partners, people from different services, people from different walks of life. So I have all these unique experiences. We have to work together to get things accomplished. And I believe I have that attribute, which is really good. Spent a little bit of time in law enforcement when I first came in the military, so I understand what the law enforcement deals with. I can empathize what you deal with on a daily basis. Teachers, I was a college professor in Texas for 4 years. That was a blessing, but I understand all the difficulty teachers go through and all the aspects that are challenging every day for them. And I'm just a blue-collar, working-class person. I grew up in farm country, Wisconsin, so I'm always not afraid to get my hands dirty, and I want to be a person that's out there in the public. That's just me. I'm a people person. I like to get to know everyone. And that's why I think I'm uniquely qualified.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And what do you feel is one of the biggest challenges facing Okaloosa County right now?
So one of the biggest challenges, I have a little graph. I don't know if I should show it. So I started to put together my thoughts. And being a previous teacher, I like to give visual aids for people to remember things. So I put together Economic Growth Initiative. This is an effort because I see our economy as a big thing we have to take care of, because we have the military, which is great. We have tourism, which is outstanding. But we need something to level us out in case we have economic change or funding issues. We have to have other aspects. So I've been heavily looking at those. But all these three areas, you have economic development, quality of life is very important, and then of course infrastructure. So economic growth is the big thing I see that we have to work on. You know, all these areas will come up. Economic growth, I've already looked at opportunities in Crestview, but we have some other great opportunities here in Niceville, in Destin, and so we're out there looking for new, exciting, and bring those small businesses here, veteran-owned small businesses. Quality of life, we're looking at affordable housing. Those are all things I want to dig into. And then lastly, we know infrastructure, people that directly affects your quality of life if you're sitting in traffic for an hour, and we all know those problems we're facing here. So those are things I want to tackle. I have a vision. I want to go after it really aggressive and work those issues for you.
Well, thank you. That's really important right now, too. Is there a closing message you'd like to share with the voters?
Yes. So for me, what I like to do with the county, I would like to give you a visual representation. So as you're looking out a vehicle, your primary dashboard, your main window is where you see. So I want the county to look out and see what we can do. If you're looking in the rearview mirror or side mirrors, you lose focus. I want to be looking out 10 to 20 years. How can we solve some of these big problems and have the vision? I want to be your champion for growth. How do we make this happen? How do we improve your quality of life? That's something I want to do. And I'm very passionate about it, and I'll work exceptionally hard for you. So I have another graphic here for you. This is the actual sample ballot. So what happens is you'll see me in the lower left-hand corner. When you see this, I want you to remember that this is establishing the foundation, the bedrock for change, and my dedication to you that we're going to make good things happen. So as 20 years in the military, the mission's always number one. And after all that time in the military, now it's time for you as the voters to know you're my mission. I'm going to do everything I can in my power to work for you. Thank you.
Awesome. Very well said. Well, thank you, Brad. Thank you for coming and joining us today. And we wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you much.
This is an important time in our community and in our world. On behalf of the Niceville Valparaiso Chamber of Commerce, we certainly hope that these interviews will help you make an informed decision. Remember to get out and vote, and we wish you and your family well.